Hello, everybody. This is Joel, aka Bourbon Dingo. Welcome to episode 33 of my second series on Let's Play Crusader Kings 2. Alright, guys, it hasn't been that long since I've done the other episode. So, we're going to go ahead and get started. All we were doing was collecting claims in England. And by collecting, I mean I've claimed one area within England. And we'll handle more of those as time goes on. Alright, we're going to get the clock started again. Basically, all I was doing besides that, however, was just building up some areas within my home here. What was actually cool was we finally hit improved keeps up in Matherfall, which made us be able to increase our large stone wall there. Alright. My heir just had his heir, which is Nilapbanger, who is not anything spectacular. He's not horrible, however. I do like that he started off with a prestige of 234. Alright, Ruthenia is actually taking away some more of their land from the Golden Horde. Mali has formed up here, but you never really see him get past these areas. And it's because if you look at them, a lot of these are just like single holding areas. Alright, measles broke out in Dunbar. The Byzantine Empire seems to be reforming. It appears that Georgia is actually breaking apart in itself. Norway, having just gotten back Ostisland up here, has devolved once again into, let's see, another claim on Norway. Maybe the capital will go back to somewhere over here. The truce with the Almoravid Sultanate is going away right now. And we're really sort of hoping that they don't want to come back at us. They aren't nearly as powerful as they were just a short while ago, but if they declare a holy war, we have to deal with both them and everyone else in this area. Though, to be honest, Muslims don't control quite as much as they had before here. Alright, I'm up to enough gold again to go ahead and find something to upgrade. We remembered that Meldrick was the guy that we threw in the dungeon for the supposed necklace theft. But he looks up at us trustingly and says, you know, my lord. And then we reclose the door. Because we're the kind king. Alright, taking a look here, we're still building something. Let's go ahead and upgrade to a large keep in Caerwent. Alright, my son is trying to get me to give him an area to govern, but we're going to let him know he's not ready. Try and keep him in my realm for as long as I can. And at the absolute worst, what I may do is, after his son comes of age, I'll go ahead and attempt to make sure I educate him, or let him educate his son himself, and wait till he comes of age, at the age of 16, and then I'll hand my son some land or something. That way I can assure that the heir turns out well. Alright, we're actually going to jump the speed up here a bit, because we're not really in the process of doing too much. Alright, we got a couple factions. Alright. We're questioning our mayor about stealing some stuff, but he proves to us that it's just the cook being stupid. Alright, factions. We got a couple factions here. Alright. Our Duke Andrew here is asking that we appoint the Bishop of Cafet de la Torres to be his vassal. We're going to impress him with vague promises. Coming back up here, we can see that I've got a couple of... majority has been changed to the Catholic religion. Put a pause on real fast because this will let me come back here in a second. But we're going to go ahead and move you into Badajoz now. But coming back up here, we're going to look at factions again. We got a couple factions here reaching about 20%. So what I'm going to do here is Duke I4 of Ulster. We're going to see if I can't send him a gift and jump his opinion of us up. And then I'm going to award him the honorary title of Seneschal. That should put him close enough that he should disband... should disband the faction, possibly. And he did. That was good. I can usurp a title in Gloucester. I'm not worried about doing that. I'm going to let the people in Gloucester actually worry about it. We have a new pope, Gelasius II, who kind of likes us. There's no real issue with that. He's close enough that should anything untoward happen, like somebody gets us excommunicated, that shouldn't be too hard to get him to lift it. Alright, taking a look at our righteous imprisonment, we have a few people here. We got quite a few people all together that we could go ahead and attempt to imprison. Now, my issue with doing this is that a lot of these people like us, and there's only one that doesn't. I'm not sure I have anybody. However, that I want to give that area. I need more of my bloodline actually in my court. Something I'm going to work on as my children come of age. In fact, that is one thing I can do real fast. We're going to go ahead and attempt to marry off my daughter matrilineally to someone, and I can't. I actually don't have anybody she can marry at all. Alright, we have a better court chaplain. We're going to go ahead and hand him off. Swing back down and we'll appoint him to Badajoz. Alright, one of my kinsmen just had his area revoked. Which is no fun. But I'm already starting to have some issue with all of this, and I can't really do anything beyond that. Got some more areas being built. We have a new Duke of Albany who still doesn't like us. I have to figure out a way to get a Welshman on the throne in Albany. What I may do is see if I can't train that Welshman myself. 1253, huh? So 24 of 1259. So I'm going to try to watch the clock close. See if I can't get that myself. Alright. Alright, they want Count Center of Gloucester to be the vassal of the Duke of Northumberland. We're going to impress him with vague promises as well. Alright, we just had a Duchess become excommunicated. We do not want that, and he'll go ahead and lift that immediately. I have another daughter who has come of age. We're going to pause because what I want to do here is try to marry off my daughters. I would have very much liked to marry my daughters off. I don't have anyone that I can arrange marriages with, which is unfortunate. But I would have very much liked to marry my daughters off to these guys, but arrange betrothal. That's Iago right there. They will make that marriage, but they will not make a matrilineal marriage with me. It's too high in the line of succession for that matrilineal marriage. I want to see if the second in line can have that matrilineal marriage. And they cannot, which is unfortunate. We had a daughter-in-law pass away, so our son had one child. Pause real fast. I'm going to go ahead and just find him someone decent. Age of 40. Hear about Agnes. That'll set up a betrothal and a possible alliance with Normandy, though that may not be as useful as I would like it to be. We're up to about 2,000 gold. I'm going to go ahead and spend some money improving my areas. Alright, we have Duke I4 of Ulster is trying to claim Cardiff. We're not too worried about that for now. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit under my cap here, or my base that I like running with. Alright, taking a quick look out, we have a Duke who has just created a independence faction, but it's not for me. So I'm not sure what the deal is with that. Let's go ahead and invite my cousin to a banquet that I'm holding. Alright, he likes us for the invitation. What I'm going to do, though, is come over here real fast, throw some money at you, and get you to disband that faction. Alright, we still have the clock running pretty quickly here. Let's take a look real fast, because I did have this heir that I was waiting on to reach. Is it here? He remained Irish, so that's not where I'm going for. He's Welsh. I'm trying to remember who it was that we were going to actively try to train because they were of the wrong age. We were getting the foreign conqueror penalty. And in fact, I really can't remember who it was we were trying to. We can go ahead and arrange a marriage here. At least a betrothal, anyway. With my grandson. Is she a decent? No, she's ugly. That is not something we want to do. I've honestly forgotten who it was that we were going to try to train to make sure that they changed from a foreign conqueror penalty. So right here? No, his heir is currently... I mean, that is an option, but that's not who we were trying to. I guess we'll go past that. Alright, Duke Pandolf of Cornwall has become wounded while he was trying to train people. Alright, I've become ill. One of my vassals has declared holy war. No longer ill. Grand Mayor. So I'm still not certain really about this. Getting a lot of announcements and I'm not really sure why I'm getting them. Alright. Vessel that dislikes us a little bit here. Was this the one? Yes, we're going to see if we can't choose to educate him ourselves. I could probably send him a gift and increase his... I'm going to make him the High Almoner as well. That way we can increase his opinion of us. See if I can't educate that child myself. I can, or I can allow my son to do it. I believe I'm gregarious. Correct? No, I'm shy, which means I'd be less likely to actually change him myself. Yeah, we'll have our son do it. Alright. We're going to wait. I'll go ahead and threaten them. Alright, yeah, that has happened, and he dislikes us a little bit for threatening him, but not too much. Alright, I'm having some problem with some shyness. One of my daughters is having an issue with it, and she doesn't like me for it. Alright, I'm still going to try to find someone, and this is one of the things I'm considering, is taking like Galloway here and just marrying my one of my courtiers off into a matrilineal marriage and trying to cause Duke William of Galloway here to revolt. I think I may do that, in fact. And we succeeded in imprisoning him. So let's see if there's anybody else I have that's not of mine. That'd be Duke Ardgal of Connaught over here. Let's go ahead and attempt to imprison him. We succeeded in imprisoning him as well. And the problem is the other two that I can imprison are of my dynasty anyway. So there's no real reason to try to press that. Still a bit miffed I haven't actually started claiming any of these other areas here. I'm only 2 years away from being able to press more claims. And they want some more suitable imprisonment. So I'm going to throw them into the oubliette. He's claiming that one of my vassals is a heretic, and we're going to say that he's not. Son isn't ready, but he can, however, go ahead and marry his betrothed. And once again, we can collect a royal duty pay, and we're going to do that. Not sure exactly why I'm being told who he's imprisoning. That's okay. Alright, we have gained one for just the county of Wiltshire, which is good. We're going to go ahead and set that up, and I'm going to go ahead and move them into Surrey down here. Alright, now we only have one last area, I believe, to attempt to change over to the Catholic religion. However, it does appear that we're losing some area down here. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. I'm not at war with them, but I may end up losing this area down here because of the war they're currently in. Oh well. I've sort of consigned this area to being lost long ago to the Muslims. I'm surprised I've kept it for as long as I have. So I'm not going to complain too heavily. We do have a call of war. Let's see. Duke of Finland wants us to help against Duke Niles of Oslandet and Count Ingvar of Finland. We'll accept and see what he's actually fighting against. I'm not sure exactly what he's fighting against. Alright, we gained some war, and in that case what I'm going to do is, instead of actually worrying too heavily about this, I'm just going to send him some money. Alright, clear these out of the way. Take a look at our heir. Son is almost old enough to be trained, and I'm just going to have him trained by his father, because his father is actually a fairly good candidate for it. I may go ahead and make him dislike me a little bit, but to ensure that he can train his own son here shortly, we're going to go ahead and hand her off to our wife. Alright, pausing again real fast. We've had somebody else become excommunicated. It's one of our vassals, and I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get him to lift this excommunication as well. And he approved. Okay. Since this is a single holding area over here, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to spend a little bit of money and give them a castle. It'll pop under my control, and I'll hold on to it until my son is... until his son is of age. And I can marry them off, and then I'll grant him that area. Alright, my Duke has passed away, and that means that I have gained area down here. We're just going to study the technology of Normandy. As you can see, he has a retinue. And I'm not interested in keeping that retinue, to be completely honest. So let's go ahead and take a look at our court, see if I have anybody here who is not a landholder. And I really don't. And that's one of the problems, is my court is very barren. So what I'm going to do here is go take a look at intrigue, and we're going to pull a couple of nobles into court. We're going to keep one of those nobles around, but we're going to hand the other off to this guy. Before we do that, actually, let's go ahead and arrange that matrilineal marriage between them and one of my daughters. Marry the eldest off first. See, now he's married matrilineally, so any children they have will be of my dynasty. Now, we're going to go ahead and grant him the Duchy of Brittany. He'll also get the County of Nantes, hopefully. I think he does. He does. So right there. So any children they have will be of my dynasty. All right, my grandson now needs an educator. And this is where we let my son take care of him. Taking a quick look at him, I want to see the other one that he's training. As we get closer, I'm hoping to see him change over to Welsh. Alright, we have had a revolt in Lancaster. Bring everybody up. Have them meet down here in Chester. Pause real fast. I'm going to combine them, and we're going to make sure that I'm actually not in this army. Alright, send them there. Alright, Duke Pandolf has passed away. Which has made his son, Duke Io IV of Cornwall. That's useful. Another kinsman down here. I need to go ahead and appoint a new marshal, and it's going to be, actually, once again, the Duke of Cornwall. Okay, we're going to pause that out and keep it going. I have this retinue here, and I'm tempted to just get rid of it. I'm not big on keeping retinues. I know I should be, got the money to do it, but I rather like building things. We had another daughter come of age. Pause real fast. We're going to upgrade our holdings again. Jump back over here. We can see that we have a rather large faction forming up here. Okay. The Ilkhanate have converted to Orthodox, which is interesting. Let's go ahead and attempt to get this guy liking us. We're going to make him the master of the horse, and he should go ahead and disband that. All right, pause real fast. I'm going to swing out here. The Orthodox faith is now huge. The Golden Horde does not seem nearly as powerful as it once was. In fact, the Ilkhanate have taken quite a bit of the area from it. Alright, England seems to be at a massive deployment here. They are fighting Duke Robert II of Oxford in his claim on Oxford. Oh, that's just him. Let's go actually find the king and look exactly what the king is fighting. There is an English holy war for Marrakesh. Alright, my truce is actually over with England. I'm not sure I want to press it, however, for just 2 claims. Taking a look down here, if we want to see the claims that I can pull just solely from this, it's just going to be Winchester and Wiltshire. Just those 2 areas. Wish I could find a better way to decide if that's worthwhile, and that would I then control enough of England to take it. Taking a look at England, this is one of the few things I'm not sure I remember exactly how to look at here. Because I know there's a way to look at it so that I can see how many of the areas are available. Is it de jure right here? Not that I can see. But let's just do this simply, alright? It would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 areas currently. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I would still need to take something like 3, 4, 5 from them before I could usurp the title, the Kingdom of England. So I don't want to press it just yet, which means we're not going to be going to war with England during this episode. Alright, let's take a quick look at our factions. See if we have anything popping up here that needs to be taken care of. We had a marriage offer pop up and go away really quickly. Alright, here we go. We have, let's see, the court chaplain of Norway. Been asked to marry Princess Marwena. matrilineally. I don't have a problem with that, except for the fact that it appears they're just trying to hand us their bastard child, and we're going to decline that. Alright, taking a look at who we can imprison again. We don't have anybody that isn't of our dynasty. So, what we're going to continue trying to do during the next episode is go ahead and keep trying to get some claims in England. Once we get those claims, I'm going to try to press it so that I can actually usurp the title of the Kingdom of England. But I suppose we will see that next time. Alright guys, I'm going to let you go, and I will see you during episode 34. Thanks for watching.